Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We've got Mary Kay on deck today. I don't think we've reacted to this top Mary Kay leader that we're about to react to. Somebody sent me a generous amount of Mary Kay links to some Mary Kay consultants that are intertwining their training and their Bible study, and they're doing it all on YouTube.
We're doing our unit Bible study and discovering Jesus in the Old Testament. And Lord, we thank you. We praise you. We thank you for our Mary Kay business. And we ask for blessings and favor as we're talking to people this week. And Lord, we pray that we work out of joy and not pressure, because that's how you would want us to work.
Yikes.
Now, we're not reacting to that specific situation today. We are reacting to a couple of other videos from one of the top leaders that holds these Bible studies. There's just a lot to talk about. Mary Kay is always so much fun to react to, and I know you guys enjoy it just about as much as I do. So let's go ahead and get the fuck into it. I have two videos from this individual that we're going to react to. They're both shorter videos, so I figured why not double it up. The first one is a director speech that she gave at one of the many Mary Kay gatherings last year. I will say before I even start it, I was shooketh with the quality of the audio. Usually when I get these types of videos and I try to react to them, the audio is so bad that it's almost impossible to even make it worthwhile. But the audio on this was surprisingly good. Much better than others I've reacted to in the past. That being said, almost everything else needs to go. Let's get into it.
Please welcome to the stage, Cleta Colson-Air.
All right, I have to make sure not to stand like this, make this tighter, pull this up.
Oh, she got her pink Mary Kay blazer. I hope she doesn't lose it in that hotel. Are we doing? I love that balloon arrangement though. Who did that? We need to credit the person or company that designed that Mary Kay balloon thingy. What is it called? Is there a thing for balloon art? I don't know if that's even balloon art. That's what clowns do, I think. I'll just shut up.
Yeah, good idea, good idea.
And stand like this, don't look thinner. Okay. Thank you so much for this awesome conference. I mean, this has been the best. That's why I drive all the way from South Georgia, exit 5, up to here to come to it. It's so good. Thank you so much, you beautiful nationals. So I wanted to tell you a little bit of my story, but before I do, I want to just thank my beautiful consultant from Woodstock, Georgia, Deborah Heath. First time that I have actually laid personal, one-on-one, in-person eyes on her. So thank you for coming, and you're why I'm here today, and I know you're going to do big things. So thank you for my handsome husband who was so supportive, and he loves the Mary Kay people just as much as I do in the event. So I just want to tell you a little bit about how I got started with my business a million years ago. You're like 141 quarters, that's a lot. It's a lot of years. So I joined Mary Kay, but before I tell you how I joined, let me tell you that I had heard of Mary Kay. My grandmother's name was Mary Catherine, spelled with a K, and people called her Mary Kay. She sold Mary Kay in the 60s, you guys. I thought she was Mary Kay. She had blonde hair. I mean, she had bags that had her name on it. I mean, and she sold it. I had two aunts that sold Mary Kay, and of course, my mother wore Mary Kay. And so I don't know why I'm standing here. So my mother wore Mary Kay. She had the mask that was in the little things that you mix with water. Anybody that, okay, yep, some of my oldie goldies remember that. Anyway, so I used the Pearl lip gloss when I was growing up in high school. That is all I used to Mary Kay. I went to college. I went to Arkansas. It was at Harding University, a Christian college in Arkansas. And
that makes sense. If you're not super familiar with the Mary Kay inner workings, a lot of the consultants within Mary Kay are of Christian faith, and they very much, like these individuals, intertwine it in their Mary Kay business. And it is not frowned upon at all by Mary Kay corporate.
Quite the opposite, in fact.
Which is very interesting. It feels like they just are constantly trying to capitalize on people who are Christian. That's just my opinion, though, judging by the way these consultants present themselves.
I graduated with a computer information systems major. I played basketball in college. I did wear makeup. We are from Georgia in the South, right? So we all wore makeup, at whatever time our mama let us. I didn't do a good job. I did not wear dresses. I like to wear pants and jeans, really jeans. Okay, so But this girl, I took a job and I worked at the computer center as an administrative computer center operator after I graduated. I made a little over minimum wage, $4.05 an hour. Can you get excited? Okay, and so there was another lady that also worked at Harding, and she sold Mary Kay. And she was I think she was about 13, 17 years older than me, which, I mean, she was in her 30s, but, you know, in my mind, she's a lot older than me. So she and I used to go to watch basketball games, and my boyfriend, her husband, and she would say, hey, you need to try this Mary Kay. I'm like, Grandma wears that? I don't think so. I'm way too cool for that. So I would go to Walmart. Okay, and I got my makeup there. And so I put her off.
Yeah, that's how we should be reacting today. If you don't want to go to Walmart to get your makeup, that's cool. Go to Sephora. You're going to pay probably still less than you would if you're going to talk about buying Mary Kay makeup. You can find better things elsewhere that are way better quality. I don't know if you've ever used Mary Kay makeup. I have in the past. Not a fan. I just feel like this day and age, we don't need multi-level marketing companies to sell us anything. We have ease of access to all of the products. Makeup, health and wellness, scented products. We can get all of these things very easily and way less expensive than these MLM companies are trying to charge us. So that's the thinking that we should have when we're talking about buying from Mary Kay or joining Mary Kay. Let's go back to that.
I used to get these World of Beauty $9.99 every month. I'd have a World of Beauty little packet with various types of makeup in it that didn't match what I wore, but I wore them anyway. Anyway, she finally wore me down. I mean, she asked me for a facial. I can't even tell you how many times. And finally, I just said yes. I said, okay, Sandra, I will come over and I will have a facial. I didn't even bring money. No money, because I knew I wasn't going to like it and I wasn't going to buy anything. So I went to her house. We did a facial. At the time, they had a thing where you put your colors and you were either warm or cool. And they do your eye makeup and your blush according to that. So mine was all over the place. So we did, I'm like, am I a bipolar color person? I did pink on one side and brown on the other. But y'all, my face felt so good when I finished that I had to buy it with no money. So I said, Sandra, I guess I'm gonna have to buy the skincare set, and I need concealer because my face is broken out. I always have broken out skin. And I said, I need concealer, I need foundation. So she walked into her little bedroom. She comes out with a pink sack. I'm like, I'm an impulse buyer. Anybody else? Has she not, I promise you, I would have canceled my order because I really couldn't afford it. So I said, I don't have any money with me. She goes, that's okay. She knew we got paid every Thursday. So every Thursday, I had to go give her $20. So I got it paid off.
Please tell me you're kidding.
And that's what I did. Payment plan every Thursday. Can y'all believe it?
A payment plan for skincare? We shouldn't be on a payment plan for skincare. If your skincare requires a payment plan, you need to change your skincare. It was the 80s in her defense, but today, no.
So then I thought, I really would like, oh, by the way, and it cleared my face up. Like totally cleared my face up in just a couple of weeks. I didn't have any blemishes. I really couldn't believe it. So I wanted the skincare, the color, so I booked a party. So I booked a party with her. I had 5 of my friends come over. I thought they're probably not gonna buy anything, but she assured me I can get some free stuff. They all bought product. I got all my color stuff free. And when I got done, I remember calling my mom. It was this little 1-bedroom apartment. And I told my mom about it. Of course, she's still using Mary Kay. She was thrilled that I was using Mary Kay. She said, Cleta, you ought to think about selling that. She said, that give you some extra money. Because I had graduated from college. I had a job. I had an apartment.
Her mom encouraged her to join Mary Kay. Times have changed, have they not?
I like to think so.
I hope us as parents, this new era of parents, are not encouraging our children to join an MLM because they buy the products. Please don't tell your kids to join an MLM because they buy the products so they can get a discount. No.
But they were still paying my rent. I still was driving the car that they gave me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was independent, yet not independent. And so she probably thought, you need to make more money because we're tired of like giving you money all the time. So I told my consultant, I said, my mama said that she thinks that I ought to sell Mary Kay. And my friend goes, well, I think you'd be great at it. So she sat down and talked to me about it. At the time, the kit was $85. And I said, we called it a beauty showcase. And I thought in my mind, well, that's it. Because I only made $120 a week when they took out all the stuff. That was my check. And I thought, oh, well, that's it. They didn't take credit cards, by the way. That was it. Story was over. So I did not tell her that. I said, well, you know, after thinking about this, I'm just super busy. I was not busy, y'all. It's cross-stitching at night. I'm not even kidding. My last cross-stitch was 1985. And so she said, and she's like, oh, I just thought you'd be so good. You asked me. But I'm like, I know, but yeah, I changed my mind. I'm too busy. So she goes, well, just go to a meeting with me. So she started inviting me these Monday night meetings. You guys, I did not want to go to a Monday night meeting. First of all, it's an hour away in Little Rock. And the second is, I knew I wanted to sell, but I did not have the money. So why would I go and torture myself to a meeting and then still not sell and still want to?
Exactly. These are logical things to be thinking. Where did we go wrong?
So I said, no. 3 months. The girl asked me to discuss a meeting. So finally, one day she said, hey, do you want to do this meeting? I said, Sandra. She goes, no. She goes, I just have to have a guest. It's at the director's house, and they're going to feed us. I'm like, I said, well, I'm not going to go.
They had to bribe her with food, and then she's been stuck ever since.
If there's no food, I'm going home.
So we went up there. It's kind of a trick. Her husband, my boyfriend, they were going to go play basketball or do something. She and I were in the back seat. They were going to drop us off at the meeting. And I told her, I was in the back seat. I said, no, listen, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm not selling Mary Kay. She said, that's fine. I just want you to come. I said, okay. So I get in there. Of course, I walk in the room, and everybody looks sharp like y'all do. And I'm like, wow. Because I was a business major, okay? So, I thought pretty much about business, right? And so I walk in, and these girls are in skirts and suits, and they look so nice. And there were young women. Now, I was 22, young women there, and then there were women that were older than me, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I mean, I don't even know the oldest one there. But they all were getting along. They all talked to each other. They were having a good time. And I thought, there got to be some way I can get some money. So I started asking the people at the meeting. I said, hey, my consultant somewhere else. I said, listen, how did you get the money to start this Mary Kay thing? Because I knew she had inventory, so I knew it was more than the kit. You know what I mean? And I thought, if I'm going to do it, I want to have some products. So they said, well, I just got a loan.
Please tell me you didn't.
I said, a loan? They go, yeah, I just went to the bank, got a loan. And I just paid it back for my sales. I'm like, So put an idea in my mind. I went home. I didn't tell her anything. I told her I had a good time, went home. Y'all, the next day, I got an envelope in the mail from my parents, and it was a little letter, and they were in Georgia still, and they sent it to me in Arkansas. And it had my car title, that they had given me a car through college to drive, and they sent me the title. And it had my name on it.
No, tell me you didn't.
I'm like, boom. The next day, I went to the bank, and I put that car title down. I mean, literally, I probably had $70 in the bank. That's it. No savings, $70, something like that. And I put it on the table. I said, I am here for a business loan. Okay? And they're like, okay, ma'am, well, how much do you need? I said, $1,000. And they looked at me like, well, ma'am, that would be a personal loan. A business loan is a little more than that. I said, okay.
She's encouraging people today in 2026. She might not be outright saying it, but her telling this story and sharing it to YouTube is encouraging people in 2026 to put the join charge for an MLM like Mary Kay on a credit card or go get a personal loan. Please don't do that. Not in this climate. Not in this economy. It's not going to work out. We are currently witnessing, in my opinion, the end of MLMs as they are known today.
Allegedly, I should say that for legal purposes.
Getting a loan to join a multi-level marketing business opportunity is not in your best interest.
Well, that's fine. And I said, $1,000, that's what I need. And they said, okay. And they said, all right, then we can just go ahead and give that to you. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That is how easy it is to get $1,000. And so they took my car title. My payment was $89 a month, okay? And I thought, well, surely I can sell $20-something a week to make this payment. I thought if I had to sit at Walmart and grab people off the street, I could do this. I never did that. But anyway, so I called, listen, I did all this without talking to my consultant. So I called her. I said, Sandra, I'm ready to sign up. And I'm going to do that $600 order. Because she had told me about the inventory options. And she said, well, okay. I said, I already got it. She had given me a little packet. I said, I got my order filled out. I'm ready to go. I had a cashier's check ready to go. It was for the kit and for that $600 order. I probably had like $100 left in there to get my business cards and some things like that. And so mailed it off, okay? And so then she said, all right, just like some of these other gals, you need to book 8 parties, and we need to hold at least 5 of them in your first 2 weeks. I said, okay, so this was Tuesday, I mailed it. And so in 2 weeks, I said, no, when does it start? She goes, it starts a week from today. I said, well, if my kid's not in, she goes, that's fine. You can borrow hours. I said, well, how am I get some training? She said, you'll be fine. I said, okay. So you know what? I was used to being in college. People tell me what to do. So I did what she said. I booked 8 parties. I just called friends. I said, I just started Mary Kay. I got to do 8 parties in 2 weeks. Can you be one of my first ones? And so my first part, so it came in, my kid came in the day of. My consultant said, do you want me to come do it for you, help you? I said, no, thank you. I thought, if I'm going to mess up, she ain't going to watch me. And nobody can do I'm going to do my own thing, right? So I did it, you guys. I did a 2-hour party. I sold about $30. Not good. And so, and I was kind of down about that. But when I got home, I thought $30, $15, divided by 2, $7.50. I was there 2 hours. Boom, I doubled my income. I mean, I only made $4.05 an hour. So $7 an hour, pretty good, right? Anyway.
She had to talk herself into that. She had to go home after this party that she only sold $30 of product at and talk herself into it being a good thing. It's okay to admit that that was shit. And at that point, you probably should have walked away, but you learned likely that you can make more money by recruiting. And because you got in so early, you're still here. Am I right? She'll never admit it, so we don't know. And that's just allegedly.
I ended up doing my next party, all computer center. I was working at the computer center. All my computer center friends, they all came. Guess what? They all bought skincare. I couldn't believe it. None of them wore makeup. In the week, I sold $400. I went to a guest event in Little Rock, not quite this big, but probably about half this big. And y'all, they crowned me the queen of sales. They put a feather boa on me. They all said, everybody get up and bow, clap, and scream for the queen.
So bow down to her if you want.
Like, I mean, you know, and so I just tell y'all that, and I'm talking about that. That's only my first week. But anyway, you guys, I love selling the products. I love meeting the people. I love making the money through those sales. I ended up with my first recruit came from my second party. She asked me if she could sell. My second recruit was from my sister. I made her go to a meeting with me. We wrote a hot check. They drew out the check. So who's gonna win? She didn't win, but she got in anyway. We called Daddy. She's still in today. And she's been in 38 years.
I feel like these people, well, they're all still going to be in because somehow Mary Kay is still fucking around. And these consultants, they just die off. Like, they don't. It's going to sound so bad, but it's the truth. Like, this is the only MLM that has this type of legacy, I feel like. Not a legacy that can be carried on by children or is desired to be carried on by children, but legacies where they die off and whoever is next in line in their team acquires said team.
I know that's grim.
Those people are die-hard cult members for Mary Kay.
My third recruit was from a party that I did. At my second seminar, I was a red jacket. I didn't understand the concept. I'm just telling you, I wore my red jacket the first day. The second day, I wore something else. My director says, "Where's your red jacket?" I said, "I'm not wearing the same thing every day." And she's like, so anyway, you guys, if you've never been to a seminar, you wear it all 3 days. You wear the same thing every day. Anyway, you guys, it's been a wonderful journey. This will be my 40th seminar in a row in Charlotte without missing a seminar, a career conference, a leadership conference, a January Dance Off our fall retreat. And I'm telling you, you think that's a lot of events in 39 years. I'll be in 40 years in September. You get something out of everything you go to. So even if you're sitting here and you've been in 4 million years and thinking, and your husband goes, what else could you learn? It's not about that. It's going to be something you hear or someone you see that goes, just like I am, she can do it, I can do it. And so you guys, my journey went from there to becoming a sales director. And of course, you know, being on these top director trips, which is thebomb.com. The first one I was single. So that was before they let you bring anybody. And so I was nervous about that, you know, but and all my director friends says, find a husband. We can't take all your pictures and hold all your bags. The next year, I brought this guy. And yeah, I'm not even kidding. I met him I met him in April. We got married in July. we went to Maui on the top director trip. And we even got married at my Mary Kay meeting.
Oh, God.
Editing Sam here. I happened to not even catch that she said she got married at a Mary Kay meeting. Married. Okay? This is a whole new level of cult-like behavior.
It was a surprise wedding, so you better come to the meetings, you never know. But
She has a great personality, I will say, and that makes for a great salesperson, which speaks to her being in for so long. It's something that I address in videos frequently. In order to be successful in an MLM, you have to be good at sales because you're not only just selling the product, you're also selling the business opportunity. While I don't agree with MLM businesses or the structure of the business model, people who are really good at sales are really good at recruiting and sales. And she seems to be one of those people. She is a double threat. So she was able to get in early with Mary Kay and then subsequently succeed. She's got a personality. She's got what she needs to be successful. The problem with MLMs like Mary Kay is that they don't screen people. They don't interview people. They don't hire people. They just charge people a fee to join, whether they're qualified or not. So the failure rate is, of course, going to be so high. That and the structure looks like a pyramid to a lot of people, allegedly.
I want to end with something. I have so many stories. I could talk forever up here. But one of the things that I did is, and I know a lot of you have done this too, is you let the Lord lead your business.
Did you just roll your eyes?
Yep.
And this verse is so good, and it's one of my little life verses, but also I found it on one of these, y'all heard these God fault cards? They're so good. Okay, so the Bible verse is Proverbs 16:3. All right? And it says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. So you guys, just commit your business to the Lord. He'll establish your plans. You'll go through ups and downs in your business just like I have. I've been married and divorced and remarried. I've had major surgery, have had my lung come out. I'm taking care of my mother. I mean, there's a lot of things we do as women, and especially in 4 decades, you're going to do a lot. The Lord blesses people who honor what He asks you to do, to honor your father and mother, to work unto the Lord, and to love others. And so I know that y'all are going to do that. I'm not near where I need to be to meet my goal this year, but we're going to have our bye-bye year, best year ever. So all of y'all look at me and go, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. She does intertwine that religion quite well. Now, like I said, we're not going to react to a Bible study today. Maybe another day, not today. But I do have another video from her, and this is her telling people what they need to get started after they join Mary Kay. Let's hear what she has to say.
Well, hello, my name is Cleta Colson-Air. I am your new Mary Kay sales director. You're new, I'm not new. I've actually been in the company for over 40 years, if you can believe it. I started right out of college and I decided to make this my full-time career, and I have been doing it full-time for 37 years since I've been a sales director at the time of this video. And so I really wanted to come on here just to welcome you into our unit. Since my name is Cleta, we like cheetah print. As you can see, Cleta's cheetahs. You see it behind me.
I died when I heard that name.
I died for 5 minutes and then I came back to life.
Cleta's cheetahs. I kind of love it. Not gonna lie. It's just, really? That's what you chose your business to be called? Cleta's cheetahs? All right. I mean, go off, queen. Also, she has really pretty eyes. Okay, back into it.
And we named our unit that. Cheetahs, they're the fastest running animal in the jungle. So we say we're the fastest growing unit in Mary Kay, and we run like a cheetah. And so anyway, that is the name of our unit, Cleta's Champion Cheetahs. And so you are on a championship team. I want you to know that right off the beginning. Our unit has gotten many awards through the years and been in the top 10 in our seminar many times, as high as number 7 in our seminar for the year. We've earned the Circle of Excellence, which is 650,000 or above. 13 times our unit has sold that much. And so our highest being at this present day, over 800,000. So we have a fantastic unit, and I just want to welcome you into our unit. We have about 250 ladies in our unit spread throughout the United States, and we are just so happy to have you. Whether you are brand new in Mary Kay, or maybe you used to do it before and decided to come back.
Why would you do that?
Either way, I want to welcome you. And the purpose of this video is really just to go over the inventory options that you have as a new consultant. And I hope you're watching this within the first 15 days that you're in, because there's some deals for new consultants if you place your first order within 15 days of joining. Okay, so I'm going to use a brochure. This is our Great Start brochure. You'll be mailed this, so you'll have this in your hand. But in case you hadn't gotten it yet, I'm going to have it right here, but I'm also going to have it on the screen just to go over a few things with you. First of all, let me just say that Mary Kay's recently changed up a bunch of stuff. Change is always hard, right? But this change is good. So in Mary Kay, you can earn from 30 to 50% profit on everything you sell. 30 to 50%. As a inactive beauty consultant, someone that has not placed her first order yet or has not done at least 450 retail in orders, which I'm going to go over that, then if someone got on your website, they could order and you're still going to get 30% commission. Of course, 50% commission is better than 30%, right? If you sell $100, you'd rather make $50 than $30. So we're going to focus more on the 50%, but no, as the backup, you can always do the 30. Okay. So you've signed your agreement. You're already in, you have a consultant number. You'll want to remember that number, and you're going to want to remember the password. Write it down, put it somewhere in your phone so you can remember it.
Don't do that.
Oh my God, don't put it in your phone. You guys, cybersecurity lessons, don't ever put your login information in a notes app or anywhere saved in your phone. Like, don't do that. Don't save your login information on a notebook, in your phone, on your computer, on your laptop. Don't do that. Do not recommend.
Because that's what you're going to use from now on out. I'm using the same consultant number from 40 years ago. Okay, so our Mary Kay website for the consultants is just MK for Mary Kay, mk.marykay spelled out, intouch, intouch.com. That is our consultant website. That's where you'll go to place your wholesale orders with Mary Kay. That's where you'll go to look for education, for graphics, for all things Mary Kay. Honestly, there's more on there than you will ever have time to read. So there is a spot on there at the top when you log in, and the headers say, one of them says education. The very first tab says new consultants start here. That's a great place to start, and just click through some of those things. The other one of the headings says ordering. That's a great place if you're ready to place your first inventory order. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through that as well. So let me get out this brochure so you can kind of see it with me, and I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, this is the Great Start brochure. Like I say, you will get it in your packet, so you will be able to see this a lot better.
You know what? She's got her tech together. I will give her that. I don't know if I've ever reacted to somebody that has their tech this together on my channel. So great job, Cleta. Your tech is on point. You are moving right along.
But just to show it to you a little bit. So the first off, it just kind of welcomes you. Great Start is what we call, it's a program for new consultants in their first 4 months of where you can earn money and free product that you can sell at 100%. Okay, so the first thing is there is a gift for you as a brand new consultant if your very first order with Mary Kay, your very first one. So before a My Shop order or someone's order from you, your very first inventory order is $600 or more wholesale. That's $1,200 retail, 50%. You're going to get this. It's a $142 gift. It's a compact filled with a cheek color, 3 eyeshadows, mascara, eyeliner, lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss. It's your whole look.
If you buy $600 worth of product wholesale, I'm pretty sure you don't have to pay $600 to get that set of makeup if you just wanted to purchase that set of makeup. So if you're joining Mary Kay to just purchase the $600 worth of wholesale inventory with hopes that you're going to sell it and profit the $600 also, only to get this makeup kit, just go buy the makeup kit It's going to cost way less and it won't take up as much room. If you're buying $600 worth of product wholesale, you then have to make sure you have some place to store that. When you join Mary Kay, you're basically running a store. Like you have a storefront, you have inventory, you have to have things on hand. It sounds dreadful. And I say that as somebody who did LuLaRoe. In this very room, it was my Lula room, and I had clothes everywhere, and it was a nightmare. I hated every second of it, to be honest.
It scarred me for life.
So just in case you don't already use Mary Kay Glamour, you could treat this to yourself and use it. And that could be your look so that when you're out doing Mary Kay, you have Mary Kay on your face. That is important to wear what you sell. You can also sell it. Maybe you've been a long time Mary Kay user and you're like, I don't need all that, I already got it. Sell it and you can make $142 free and clear. Okay. So there is a little worksheet that you can fill out, and you can do it on a piece of paper if you like, that kind of guides you of how much inventory you would need according to the goals you have in Mary Kay. People come in with different goals. Some people come in and say, hey, I just want to make a little money, maybe just a little money, and I want to save a little money by getting my own stuff at a discount. That's kind of all I want to do right now. And then other people I've had join that say, listen, I really need to make money. I need this to replace my full-time job, or maybe I don't have a job. I need this to be a great income producing, not just a side hustle, a full-time career. Okay. And it might be somewhere in between, and it can change at any time. When I started, I had a full-time job, but it just seemed like after I got paid, I didn't have enough money to still pay my bills. How's that, right? So I did this on the side just to make an extra $50, $100 a week. I just thought it would help me so much. And then later I saw the income potential, and that's when I ended up going full-time in Mary Kay. And I certainly have not looked back ever since. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at this, and let me see if I can get this just a little bit bigger for you so you can see it. You're going to look and see your desired monthly earnings. You know, is it $1,200 or more for a month? This is what your profit is. $800 to $11.99, $400 to $7.99, $100 to $3.99. How much do you want to earn a month?
$1 million.
And you might say, well, why wouldn't everybody put $1,200? Some people really come in and they're like, I'm just trying to make a little bit extra. That's not really my focus. It's fine. So this is why you want to work. I'm probably your sales director if I sent this to you, but you might be looking at this and be in another unit. You want to connect with your director, recruiter, and talk to them about this if I'm not yours. Okay. So you're going to decide what you want here, and it'll be worth 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, or 1 point. Okay. Then you're going to look at the selling appointments. Okay. You're going to look at the selling appointments. How much do you want to work your business? Do you want to do 3 a week, 1 or 2 a week, 2 or 3 a week? 2 or 3 a month, or 1 a month? How much time are you willing to put into your Mary Kay business? Obviously, the more time you put in, the more money you're going to make. When I started selling Mary Kay, my director said, you need to do a perfect start. And that was to book 8 parties with 3 to 6 people apiece and hold 5 of them in my first 2 weeks of joining, to get the bugs out, to get over being nervous about it, just to get some practice in. She said, don't worry about what you sell, just get them done.
I always like to point out that I understand why she's sharing her story, like on this call as somebody is joining her team, a new member. But as we already heard, she's been in Mary Kay since 1989. Everything she did to start and build her business, in my opinion, is now null and void. Everything has changed. It is totally different. There's social media, there's internet, there's in AI. There's so much that has changed that her comparing how she did it, even saying that people can find success like she has, is again null and void. The likelihood of it happening like she's explaining it's going to happen for somebody else is so slim. And then also looking at the sheet, aside from what she's saying, it's going to tell you how much wholesale you should buy. And it doesn't ask you anything about like, how much money do you have right now? Are you comfortable putting a certain amount of money into this and having to restock your wholesale products when they sell? When you're in a business like this and you're carrying inventory and you're selling stuff, most of the time when you sell it, you want to restock it. So this is a rolling, always have on hand wholesale for these people. These are the things that they don't talk about when they do these calls. It's just very straight and to the point, but there is a lot of gray area that should be gone over and explained to people when you want them to make a fully informed financial decision like this. We're talking over $3,600. It's not a small amount of money. This is a lot of money that people are paying to start this quote unquote Mary Kay business. There needs to be more that goes into deciding.
And so my first one, I didn't sell very much, about $35. But my second one, I sold about $150. And my third one, I sold about $175. And then I sold a little bit more. And I ended up selling $400 my first week. That was 40 years ago, you guys. So my profit was $200. And for me, I felt rich. I'm like, I cannot even believe it. I can't believe it. And then the next week I did 3 more parties. So I did my perfect start. It's the best thing that I could ever done is follow her direction and do it while I was scared. I mean, you just get out there and let people try it. You squirt in the little tubes, let them try the product and see if they'd like to purchase it. The product is so good, it makes it easy to sell.
Honey, that's what they all say.
So you're going to decide how much time and effort do you want to put into your Mary Kay business. A selling appointment would be where you meet with a lady and do a facial, one-on-one in person, or a party with 3 to 6 people in person, or it could be a virtual appointment online where you do a QVC style where you show products and then they're watching you online and they can make an order and you can send them your website or they can text you what they want to order. So you can do it either way. You can do it on Zoom where everyone's actually, you mailed them samples and they're trying the products with you or you're instructing them how to use it. So it's never been more flexible of how many different ways you can do this. I say do them all. I like to do it in person. I like to do virtual. I like to do both of them. Why not, right? Some of them you can do at night, at 8:30 at night, from 8:30 to 9 o'clock, do one and you're done. Others I can do Saturday morning and go meet with some people. So whatever is best for you and your schedule. And you'll put your points for that. The next one is success meetings. Our success meetings are our unit meetings, and we do ours virtually because we have people all over the place. And we just have them on Monday nights, and we have success meetings we have a unit Bible study actually at 7 p.m. Eastern time at the time of this video. 7:30 is our unit meeting Eastern time, and at 8 o'clock we have what we call a Boss Babe call where we have training.
Those two things don't go together.
And other directors join us for this. And so this says, are you committed? I'm committed to attend every week. I'm committed to attend twice a month, or I'm committed to attend when they fit in my schedule. Why would we ask you this? Because we know that people that connect with their leaders and get the education they need, they make more money. They do, and they sell more, and they stay in Mary Kay because they have support. All right, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself unless you want to be by yourself. Then the last one is goals. I would like to build a solid customer base. Okay, you just want to have a bunch of customers. I would like to earn fabulous prizes and recognition. These you can check all that apply. All right. I would like to become an independent sales director where you're leading a big team. And I'd like to earn a little extra income. So you can do the points here. Then what you're going to do, you're just going to take these points, add them up, and then you can look down here and it shows a little chart of based on your goals and what you said you're going to do.
This is giving those those quizzes you used to take in Cosmo or Cosmo Girl or Bop. What are they called? Bop? J14. All those. Oh, can we bring those back? All those magazines?
Feeling very nostalgic.
This is just giving a quiz from one of those magazines. This isn't how you decide how you're going to start your business. It's laughable.
About how much product you would need to get started with. So you'll see this particular one starts at the $600 wholesale level and it goes up to the $3,600 wholesale level. I will tell you, when I started, I'm going to take this video off for a second. When I started 40 years ago, it was 40 years ago, September, I started with a $600 order. Now, y'all, that is a long time ago. And for me, that was a lot of money. It's more money than I ever had in my checking account. I was 23 years old. I did not have $600 in my checking account. And so like for me back then, I'll tell you what motivated me to get inventory is I went and had a facial. And when I got done, I wanted to buy the skincare set and the foundation and some concealer. And she went into her back room and she brought up me a bag. And so while I was still excited about the product, I got to take it home. That night, I used my Mary Kay. That next morning, I used my Mary Kay. And I have been using Mary Kay since that day, every single night and every single morning. I myself am an impulse buyer. And just for me, had I had to wait, I might have talked myself out of spending the money to buy the product.
In my opinion, that's the way to make buying decisions, to think about them logically, not to impulse buy your way into a multi-level marketing company. You should think about them logically. Something I do is if I'm out physically shopping and looking for something and I see, like I'm at the mall or whatever, and I find something that I like and I think I want it, I don't buy it. I leave. And if I keep thinking about it for a day or two, I'll go back and buy it. But I strongly recommend doing something like that instead of impulse buying a business opportunity. It will save you some trouble.
I'm just saying, because I've done it before, back in the day when they used to sell encyclopedias and vacuum cleaners and all that stuff, direct sales or door to door, I would get excited and get it. And I'm like, what am I doing? And I would cancel it. So for me, having that product on hand, when I started, I thought I want to have product on hand because when I do a facial, I want to be like my beauty consultant, go to my room, pull it out, or go to my car if I brought it and hand it to her. Okay, so that's one of the things. So when I started, I knew I wanted to get some product, but I didn't know where I was going to get the money. So I don't want to get into too much of that, but I had a car that my parents had given me to drive in college. And I went and took that car title and went to the bank, got me a little loan. My payments were $96 a month. Why do I remember that? I don't know. And I thought, well, surely I can sell $100 a month and make this payment, at least get myself started.
I know because you keep telling the story over and over again. And you have since you joined Mary Kay, because that's how you get people to join your team. You tell them your story and they're like, oh, I could do this too. It's a cycle. But anyway, that's how you still remember how much it was every month. Repetition, baby.
And that's what I did. And so I ran out of product my second week and I had to order some more. And I ended up ordering $2,400 my first quarter. Had I ordered it at the beginning, I would have got more free. But that's all I could think of in my little 23-year-old mind and having no money in my checking account. So I just want to give y'all hope, no matter where you are, you can kind of figure it out. Now, back then, they didn't take credit cards. So it was cash only, cashier's check. So today you have a lot of different options as far as where you're going to get your money for your inventory. Some people have a credit card. Some people have maybe savings. They're like, I'm saving this to do something. Maybe I'll invest in my own business. There's a lot of different ways that you can get your money. Okay, so I've seen people take stuff like in their house and sell it on Marketplace and have enough money to do their first inventory order. So I want you to think, if I had the money, what would I want to start with?
Scrape the bottom of the barrel so that you can order your inventory, basically. Like what? It's a makeup company. We don't have to be taking out loans and selling our firstborn to join and buy our inventory. Thank you.
And then you can kind of figure it out from there. Does that make sense? Okay, I want to go back and share my screen. I want to show you what you get free with your first order. Okay. So this is a chart of what you get free with your first order. When you come in with a $600 order or more, that's this one right here. That's your cost, $600 plus tax and shipping. That's $1,200 in product. You're going to get $371 worth of free product from Mary Kay that you can sell and make 100%. So there are what we call ultimate product bundles, and you get they're up to $178 a piece, and you can get up to 6 of them with your first order. There's the color look that I already talked about, worth $142. You also get mirrors and trays, extra trays to do for your parties. You get, when you buy the Pro Kit, if you haven't bought that, we'll talk about that in a minute. The Pro Kit has 4 trays in it, mirrors and trays to do parties with, but you get extra ones with your first order. You also get roll-up bags. Okay, they're worth $40 each, and then it shows the maximum bonus. So for a $600, the maximum you would get would be one of the product bundles right here. Make it a little bit smaller so I can see it. One of the color looks, 2 of the extra mirrors and trays, 1 roll-up bag, and that's a maximum value of $371. All right, if you do a $1,200, it basically you get 2 of the bundles, 1 of the color looks, 2 mirror and trays, and roll-up bags, $549. The next level is our mid-level. This is a star consultant level where you also get prizes from the company. They're amazing. This one you get 3 of the bundles free. You still get the trays. You get 2 roll-up bags, and that's $767 in free products that you can sell and make 100% profit. The next one is a $2,400. You get $4,800 of product, 4 bundles free. Flip on over here, $945 total free. Okay, a $3,000 is a diamond star. You get 5 of the bundles. That's $1,123 free, and of course, a $3,600 maxes out your bundles. If you're like, what's the maximum I can do to get the most free? It's a $3,600, and you get 6 bundles free. It's $1,301 in free product that when you sell it, you make $1,301. Okay, you get 100%. So what are the bundles? Let me show them to you. You have a choice when you check out. I'll just go ahead and tell you, I usually just get the most expensive one and then order other things for the rest of your money. But one of the bundles is this one. It's a miracle set. It's worth $178. It's got the 4-in-1 cleanser, the antioxidant moisturizer, the daytime defender, nighttime recovery, our brand new hydrating cream, and an eye cream. The next one is called Open for Business Bundle. This is a good one too. It has microdermabrasion. It has that mattifying cleanser, the mattifying moisturizer, charcoal mask, eye makeup remover, satin lips. Real popular items, okay? Here's another, it's a lash and lip bundle, and you can see what it has in there. And then the next one is our Ultimate Mary Kay Clinical Solution Bundle, which has some of our boosters and our dynamic wrinkle filler.
Mary Kay is way too expensive. I am so sorry if you love Mary Kay. I just can't bring myself to understand why people would spend this amount of money on Mary Kay. I don't get it. Unless you're somebody who has like one product that you tried when you were younger that you love and you just can't let go of, like a moisturizer or something like that. Okay, I get it a little bit, but also there's other options. We can do better.
So you get to decide. Like I say, this one is the most valuable. So my recommendation would be get this one or this one, and then take the money that you would have bought that and buy something else with it, right? So those are the bundles that you get free, okay? Let me tell you about, this just shows you an example. If in your mind, I don't know about you, but I could not physically imagine in my mind how much product that is.
So where are you going to put that in your house? Where the fuck are you going to put that in your house? Do you have an empty closet where you could just stock all your Mary Kay? Are we hoarding empty spaces like that right now?
And so this really helps you get an idea of what you could get. You actually get to pick what you want with your product. It's not a canned order. Your sales director can help you with this, or I can help you with it if I'm your director. But this gives you an idea of, like, for $3,600, if you just got the basic stuff, just skincare.
The basic. This is just the basics? Where are these people keeping all of this makeup? And how are they making sure they sell it before it expires? If they're buying this much makeup, they keep that many.
20 miracle sets, 6 repair sets, 5 satin hands, 3 clear proof sets, 5 satin hands in the fragrance free, fine in the scented.
Oh, there's more.
3 of the retinols, the boosters, and the dynamic wrinkle filler. 10 of the eye creams that's to go with the miracle set up there. Some of the Mary Kay skincare line for our young girls, a men's line.
Where the are you putting all this?
Eye makeup removers. It says 15. Y'all don't believe how many eye makeup removers you're going to sell. Some of the facial peels, some microdermabrasion sets, the new cream mask, satin lips. These are our mascaras, lip glosses, and also actually these are the eyeshadow sticks. They're wonderful. And then also the mascaras and lip glosses, charcoal mask, and then your roll-up bags.
Oh my God. You also have to make sure it stays clean and perfect for your customers. You can't just be like throwing it around where your cats and dogs are by your cat box. What if, I don't like cats. I'm sorry. I used to have cats and I loved my cats, but they're all dead. So I don't like cats anymore. I think that cats can be gross. What if these people have cats and their cats are just like licking the products? I'm so sorry that escalated so quickly. Let me shut up.
This is just like what shows you. This is like the most popular things we sell. Of course, you can get anything you want. You could get $3,600 in fragrances if that's what you wanted. So, but it shows you a visual of kind of how much it is. This is an example of a 3,000.
Still a fuck ton of products.
Okay. We call this one full inventory. It's when you have just a little bit of everything. According to what you order. All right, this is a 3,000. Okay, so you can see just a little bit less. All right, this is a 2,400. Okay, this is a picture of an 1,800. This is the mid-level one, the star consultant level one. All right, this is a picture of a 1,200. This one we kind of call family and friends. All right, and then this is a 600, and the 600 is really kind of more personal use.
Even the 600 has a lot of shit. I mean, it makes more sense because there's not nearly as much. Oh, that 1,200 is a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Are you also advising them how to store it? What are we doing?
Would be kind of what you're going to get made for you and if you have a daughter or mom that you're getting, kind of going together with. Okay. So that just gives you an idea. You can actually scan this little thing to actually watch another video about this if you needed to. But I want to mention this as well. Once you have your first initial order in, then your first 4 months in the business, month 1 starts the month you sign up, whether it's the first day of the month, the last day of the month. And so you will get, every time you order, it's going to accumulate. And when you get up to a $600 wholesale order again, every single time for the first 4 months, you can earn another product bonus, product bundle valued at $121 or above, or below rather, and up to 6 of them. So that's more free product. These are called the essential product bonuses. And this will be not on your first order, but your second order and beyond. And you see it has your miracle set. It's got the lash and lip bundle set, the open for business bundle set, and you get a book, The Miracles Happen. So that's the little extra on there. Okay. So these are just extra that you're going to get. Now there's one more thing. When you team build, someone invited you to join the company. Let's say you have a cousin or a friend that you think she'd really be good too. I'd like to do this with her. Immediately, you don't have to wait. You can sign somebody up under you. And then what happens is when they order their first products and they become what we call Great Start Qualified, that's anyone that does a $600 wholesale order in your first 4 months, you're going to get a $50 cash bonus and two, not one, but two of these bundles free. Can you believe that? And there's no limit. If you got 10 new team members in your first 4 months, then that is $250 in cash. And that's 20 of these bundles free that you can sell and make 100% profit, which is a really great deal. Okay. So that's the inventory. I know that kind of sounds like it maybe sound confusing.
It always is confusing in MLM. If it's a confusing business opportunity, then it's probably an MLM.
But I wanted you to know in advance, because the color look ends on your 15th day after you sign up, that you can get that color look free. Once you do that first order, the minimum order I will mention to get 50% discount is a $450 retail order. You're going to pay half of that, which is $225. When you do that, you are an active beauty consultant. And then anything that you order or anything anyone orders off your website, your My Shop, is going to be 50% off or 50% commission, either way you want to look at it. Okay. For 3 months. So if you order, let's say today in the month of March, you order. So that means March, April, and May.
It's like playing the credit card point game where you just like have to spend a certain amount here, then you get this amount off. It's so annoying and it shouldn't be this complicated.
You will be an active, they call it active beauty consultant, and then everything is 50% off no matter what size the order is. So if your cousin in California got on your website and places an order and it goes through your account, you will get the money be deposited into your account 50%. So if she orders $200, then $100 will go in your account. Pretty awesome, isn't it? And so what you have to decide, do the little chart, decide what you want to start with. And I want to tell you that there is a 90% guarantee back on products for Mary Kay Beauty Consultants. So if you decided, this helped me. I thought, well, what's the worst thing that could happen if I decide I don't want to do this anymore, or maybe I can't sell it. Let's say I thought that. I could return it to the company and they'll give me 90% of my money back. So I thought, when I did that $600 order way back 40 years ago, which is more, it would be more like a $2,400 now, the way the prices are. I mean, our basic was like $27 or something. Anyway, I thought if I could just sell $60, I'll be in the black, I guess is what you want to call it, because I wouldn't lose any money if I sent it all back. Does that make sense? So after my first week, I thought, well, I can't lose any money if I quit at any time, right? So I want to mention that to you. That helped me not be nervous about it. Okay. But you also have people behind you to help you. One of the things that I do is I can do a virtual party for you. We call it 5 and 25, where we just show 5 popular products in like 20-25 minutes, and you just get girls on to watch it, and we take orders, and that's your sales. Okay.
Something tells me that wouldn't go well these days, especially on this channel, that parties don't really do that well anymore. People don't want to have parties for your MLM. It's not something they want to do, not in their house, not online, not in a bag, none of it. They don't want to have parties. It's not a thing anymore. I feel like we just need to stop marketing it altogether.
That's one thing, is a little virtual party that we can do. We also do glass facials where we actually send samples out and everybody tries it. We also can do in-person parties, which are a lot of fun, and you can make really great money at that as well. Okay. I do all mine right there at that dining room table right here at the house, and then, or I pack up and go to their house to do it. And it's a lot of fun. You really can't hardly mess up. The worst thing you can do is put the wrong color on somebody. And guess what? We got cleanser to take it off and try a different color if that happens. I've done it. And so you can't, kill anybody by putting them the wrong color. So I believe in you. I know that you're excited about joining us. And so I want you to think of the possibilities and think big. You never know. You could be driving a pink Cadillac like me someday if you decide to really, really work the business.
I know I told you guys about the pink Mary Kay car that I see a lot in Colorado Springs, but there's now a silver one. I saw last week, I think it was, and I was like, oh my God, it's a Mary Kay car in the wild, and it's not pastel pink, but it had the little Mary Kay emblem. It was like the one that I looked at in the deep dive, the gray color. I think it was a Chevy Equinox. I don't know, but that's the second Mary Kay car I've seen in Colorado Springs. The pink one must be her leader because the pink one is the higher ups, I think. The highest car you can get is pink, and then the lower ones are gray.
And so if that's your desire to really move up in leadership, please let me know. We'll work with you in a different way. If your desire is say, hey, Cleta, I'm just in this for the fun and make a little money, that's fine too. We welcome every single person, and I love you the same. I love you the same. I will work with you different according to the time and effort that you put into Mary Kay, but I love you the same, okay? And my phone number and my contact information you will already have had by now, and you can call me or text me anytime.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Because I really do want to, I'm your biggest cheerleader. Just know that. And I'm here for you. That's my job as a Mary Kay sales director, is to encourage and educate my unit members and just show you the way. Okay. So without any further ado, I'm going to stop this video, but I would love for you, after you watch it, to take the little quiz, and I want you to get back with me and let me know what your thoughts are. And then we can work through what to order, when you're going to order, and all those things. Okay. All right, you guys. Oh, one last thing that I didn't mention, the 30%. If you decide you can't do any of that I just said, okay, you can order as little as $100 on the InTouch, our consultant website, not your website, but the marykayintouch.com, okay, and like inventory for you, and you will get a 30% discount. Anything over $100 retail. If after you set up your My Shop, your website, your customers immediately, you'll get a 30% commission on that, no matter. But you kind of want to decide about inventory before you put that My Shop out, because let's say you were going to do a $3,600 order, but then someone orders off your website, that is considered your first order, and then you would not get the big bundles. Okay, so talk with me. Let's get that done. After you decide on your inventory, we'll get your website set up, and we can get that out to everybody. All right. And it's pretty easy to do that website. You just go to marykayintouch.com. I think it's the second tab says business tools. And then when you click on it, you'll see something that says website manager or My Shop manager, and you will set it up through there. Okay. It's pretty simple. You do need to have a picture of yourself to download. And then there's optional. You can upload 6 more pictures if you want to. You can always come back and add those later. But I'm here for you. I know that was a lot. So let me know what you think after you watch this video. And I just can't wait to get to know you better in person. All right. See you later, everybody.
That was fun. I think we learned some things. Don't join Mary Kay. Don't buy Mary Kay. We can do better. Anyway, as always, thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.